Everyone, this is the empty nester. How are you today? I've got what do you call it? I guess this is number 2 for the Sneaky Gardener show. Maybe I'll do this as a series. And we did our chat last night, and tonight or today, I guess it's Saturday afternoon. I thought I'd share with you some frugal ideals. In the past, you've seen my grow bags where I've got a video up, and you know, I've still got enough left on the first roll of grow bags. It's landscaping fabric where I made all the little grow bags, and then I made medium-sized grow bags, and then probably 7-8 gallon grow bags too that I grew potatoes in. I have something on my nose, sorry, but I went to the dollar store today, and you can find some fun stuff there, but let's see if I can show this bag. This right here is, what's it called? It's a collapsible storage container where you can take the bottom out, or, you know, it's kind of like cardboard, but I think I'd leave the bottom in for support. And you could actually, for $1, fill this up with really good compost, and put a plastic bag in the bottom, or set it in a container where maybe 2 inches of it has some kind of water retention. You know, if you're in a dry climate, it would make this a self-watering container then. And this is probably 5 gallons at least of soil. I could probably grow a small tomato in here, you know, like a dwarf tomato, or the large tomatoes have like a 3-foot root system, and they would suffer in here and then come out the sides, but you know, they would still grow, but it's not really good for them. And then I got to thinking about it too. These sorry, I'm moving around. The trash cans or waste paper baskets, you could take the fabric, the landscape fabric, and then just stuff in them and fill them up with soil and trim them out, and this would be kind of a no-sow grow bag. And another favorite thing, you know, I'm not promoting the dollar store. This is not a what do you call that, a paid advertisement or anything. It's just something exciting. I use these containers all the time for putting my grow bags in, and they retain water, and you know, like 1/2 inch of the water. But you could also lay landscaping fabric over this and have a short grow bed to grow things like lettuce, greens, things that have a short root system. And another ideal too, if you go to yard sales and find like little kids' boots, like the rain boots. Betty, the disgruntled gardener, sent me some little jeans, and I found these camos, and you fill them up with soil, and then put them in the legs of the boots here, and you've got grow bag that you can hang on the fence line. And these boots were like 75 cents at the yard sale and 50 cents for the pants. And you know, that's just a couple of ideals that I came up with to you know, not that I came up with the pants ideal, you know, that's been done before. Hi Babette, good to see you. But you know, I'm looking for ways to do things that to get a little more gardening in, and not have to bend over, and grow some more, you know, easy things this year. And that's keeping up with my sneaky gardener. My new persona, I guess, is the sneaky gardener instead of the empty nester, you know, because I'm sneaking around. But I see there's, hi Babette, I see there's 2 people in the room now, and I don't know if you missed the beginning, you know, where I found this at the dollar store today, and I'm going to fill this up with soil. This is kind of a folded, it's called a collapsible storage container. Thank you. And you know, make this into, you know, a potato bag. Hi, Jinx. Good to see you. Thank you. But I got so excited when I saw that. It was the only one that left in the store, and I went looking all over the store for it, and I ended up finding a hat. You know, this hat actually came with a black rim, and when the wind gets a hold of it, it blows it. So I got this scarf too to tie around it, and what do you call it? That makes it tighter on the head, and it messes up your hair a bit, but you know, it keeps it on. Um, thanks. I love straw hats too, and you could actually, you know, for $1, you could actually turn this over and put soil in and grow in the hat. You know, have a planter hat too. Um, let's see, push a string through with a needle. Okay, but you know, it's just some silly stuff to do today, you know, back into the gardening. But you know, I'm kind of like you know how you are when you get seated. Sorry, I'm gonna grab this material before it blows away. But you know how you are when you, in the wintertime, you get the seed catalogs and you start looking through them and planning and planning and planning. And I'm kind of in that mode right now. What can I do that, you know, I can do? You know, and the problem is I keep finding things that I want, you know, not things I need. I'm normally a need person. I normally just buy what I need, or you know, like I was a potato collector, so that's a want. You know, I want this kind of potato, I want that kind of potato, you know, things like that. And at the moment, I keep looking at daylilies, you know, because I miss stars. And Angela Hayes, thank you. She came over from Jinx. Thank you, and it was sorry. Good to meet you, Angela. You know. Spearhead, thank you, I appreciate it. It's good to see you too. You know, I don't know if you all saw the, you know, you know, you might want to go back and see some of the ideals I came up with today to do some easy things, you know, for gardening. But, you know, I'm just thrilled at this container, you know what I mean? But I know if I fill this thing up, it's probably 5 gallons. If I fill this up with soil, and I could put a potato start in here and get it going into fall. And I do have some true potato seeds that I need to get hydrated and get started, and then I can protect them in that bag, or at least one of the plants in that bag, you know, and grow it into the winter. But you know, kind of exciting thoughts. But like I was saying with the irises too, I have a friend that's an iris breeder on Facebook too, and man, she had to sell her house and leave all of her beautiful things with her, but she took seeds along with her, you know, like the true potato seeds or tomato seeds. And where she's at, she started 200 and some plants over the winter time, and her new house already has 200 and some irises, and some of them are already blooming the first year. And it's like, oh man, you know, she got me thinking, wow, I want iris seeds, you know. But not irises, daylilies. I'm sorry, I keep mixing the two up. It was daylilies that she brought with her, and some of the daylilies can have humongous flowers. It looks like I got company coming. Milo, the orange and white kitty's here. You know, if he jumps up, he's down there rubbing my legs right now. But sorry about the distraction. But, you know, this video was all about, you know, frugal ideals for grow bags. And, you know, I've got past videos on, you know, making your own out of the landscaping fabric. And I just love it. You know, you know, my husband put things away while I was in the hospital, so I can't even find a needle and thread. I had to go buy a new needle and thread to, you know, make some more little grow bags, you know, like these right here. This is one that's probably a 1 gallon, and I'm not sure if you can see where the rim is bent over at the top. I usually bend it over or fold it over 2 times at least, and then keep the bags this small when I start my seeds, you know, tomatoes and potatoes and things like that. You know, you can actually put in a lot of seeds of the same kind, but when you're doing an assortment, it's kind of like you know, to keep them separated and tagged. Thank you, Jinx. Appreciate it. But you know, I guess right now, because I'm feeling better and I want to do this, that, and the other thing, I'm in the grow, grow me something. You know, like one of my friends on here is called Grow Me Something Mister, and you know, he's a southern gardener, so I'm kind of borrowing his words at the moment. You know, oops, sorry, I touched the screen and you disappeared. Your comment. Make sure to thank you, I appreciate that, Jinx. And I was reading her comment, and what do you call that? It's kind of like, you know, instead of buying these little containers, they're actually not cheap. So if you can get these when people bring them back to be recycled, then grab them. Otherwise, you know, the grow bags are the way to go with the landscaping fabric. And reminder, like on the sweet potato landscaping bag that I made last year, that ended up being something that didn't make it all summer because I didn't realize that now they, what do you call that, 99 cents for 10 there. Wow, that's a good price. It's not that cheap here, you know, to buy the single cells for plants here. And you know, I'm in the country, and you know, things cost a bit more here, you know, for specialty items. And I have to travel about 20 miles, 18 to 20 miles to the seed store to get supplies like that. And there's stuff in Jeff City too, but I've never been to the one out there. I kind of like to support the sort of locals here. It says when you need 10 of them, that's $10. Yeah, I feel, yeah. Oh, so they're 10 for a piece. Wow. So yours are more expensive. And you were in Kansas, right? Or my memory might be mixing you up with someone else. I'm sorry. But, you know, look at Milo. He's down here just trying and trying and trying to get my attention. It's like, you know, I have to make him, you know, be careful with my stomach. Silk, my other cat, is trained to, you know, not walk on my stomach. She stays on my left side. And Milo is a wild thing. You know, the neighbors across the street left him behind. And, you know, between me and two other neighbors, we're taking care of him. But he needs to be fixed. He, you know, yeah, he likes to steal the show. Milo does. You know, and look at this. You know, or I don't know if you can see all this cat hair. He needs a brushing. You know, you know, you can tell he hasn't been petted in a while. I need to find a cat brush to take care of him. Your kids shed like mad too, huh? Silk, she's not a shedder like that, and Reba neither. They're, you know, Siamese genes in them, and only maybe once or twice a year they shed. Let's see, your comment said she's a Manx calico. Okay, is it somewhat long hair? You know, for a short hair cat, man, he can shed. But it's probably because nobody pests him but me. You know, he has to come over here for attention. You know, I don't mind, but when he jumps on Silk now, because she's fixed and he's not, and he'll just slap her or beat her up, and I really don't like that part. You know, so I have to get after him for being mean to her. But, you know, I just wish people wouldn't take and get an animal and leave it behind or dump it. That's probably the worst things I've ever seen in my life, you know, that people do that. Sorry, I didn't mean to turn this into, you know, bad cat owner, you know, part, but you know, I just think that if you get a pet, you should keep it or find it a great home. It's a short hair sheds more, and she don't get hairballs much because of the short hair just falls out everywhere. I found kittens in the dumpster when I was 7 years old. Wow, I'm glad you saved them, or that you did save them, right? This where Silk came from. My Manx kitty was in a dumpster, and she was maybe a couple months old, and I'm really glad Tessa found her and brought her to me, but it was really sad that she was dumped. And there was 4 other cats in the dumpster, various ages, and she found homes for them too. Grounding to my room. Okay. The comments disappeared. Okay. Oh, you got in trouble for bringing them home. That's great. Not that you got in trouble, but that you brought them in. You know. But I guess I'm not gonna make this too long today. I just wanted to say hi, and share my let's make some grow bags ideals today. And yeah, it probably wasn't safe for you to do that back then. Sorry there was a comment to Jinx in case you're seeing this later. But if you remember yesterday's video, Escaping the Matrix for Good, he's a UK YouTuber, and right now, when I get in the house and this video processes, I'll put a link to his channel. If you guys would go over and sub to him, he's actually a gardener, and he's actually like a homesteader too, and he took his I think it's his nephew, I might be wrong, but a niece and nephew are in a lot of his videos, but I might be wrong, it could be his kids, so forgive me if I'm talking wrong. But they take you on little walks, and they went through the countryside, and he brought some bread along with, and decided he was going to find plantain or, wild edibles to put on the sandwich, and all I could find was stinging nettles, and so they had to eat a stinging nettle sandwich, and it was comedy. I was laughing and laughing and laughing at that. It's a great channel, and he puts a lot of work into his videos, and editing, and great ideals. A fun channel, and he's right under 1,000 subscribers. It's 9 something, so he could kind of use a little bit of help getting up to that 1,000. And I hope you guys would go by and take a look at his channel. Thank you, I appreciate it, Jinx. It's Escaping the Matrix for Good, and like I said, as soon as this comes up, I'll put a link to his channel. I can't do it on my phone. I'm not a good, that's a lot of words to type too. Yeah, Escaping the Matrix for Good is the channel. And, when you go over and tell him I sent you, I'd appreciate that too. Because he's awesome. If you go back through his videos, there's always something fun or funny. But it looks like I'm getting a call too, so I'll let you all go. Happy gardening, and hopefully, you'll start sneaking around and gardening too. Love you all. Bye bye.